Hey everyone, welcome in. I see we have quite a few in the chat already. And looks like the first one in was Ford Pinto. I brought Matt Phoenix Phlippers in to chat with us today. He is an accountant, and I also learned recently that he's got another business that is remind me now, went blank. It is a
vending business.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was watching back on some of your videos, and that questionnaire was kind of cool to learn about you, because I was laughing because I am afraid of heights too. Like you were like,
oh, I hate heights. Yeah.
You're like, I'm not jumping out of a perfectly good airplane.
I don't know why anyone ever does.
Yeah. I'm like, I can't even barely get on a normal plane just to fly. Like, you want me to jump out of something?
Yeah.
So we got Matt here. He was second in. Man, he was good. Nikki T is in. I can't believe she wasn't first. She's been in first like every live, I think. And then we got Calvin. And Nikki T brought some ice cream. I need to know what kind of ice cream, Nikki T.
I know.
Panther Pack. Yeah. We didn't get no ice cream. What? This is a new face to me. Nick Pick Thrift. Hello, welcome in.
I've seen her
welcome
before.
in. Nice. Cajun's in.
What's up, Cajun?
And we got Brad in here. Hello. Oh, chocolate Moosetracks. Yummy. I think Nikki T is a very chocolatey ice cream.
Yeah.
Cajun says Bluebell ice cream #1. What's your favorite snack to have, Matt?
I don't know. I'm a big fan of popcorn. So I would probably say popcorn, I guess.
Do you like the flavored popcorns or?
So no, not necessarily. I like kettle corn. But I mean, just the standard butter flavored popcorn. I don't do a lot of the fancy stuff. I'm pretty boring.
No, man, come on. You gotta try all those different crazy ones. They got cotton candy and all kinds of different flavors.
I've tried some of them. Like my kids really like the white cheddar one. I'm not a big cheese fan, so I don't like that one. But yeah, I'm just plain old butter is the best one for me. So
do you like extra butter, like movie theater butter, or just regular butter?
I mean, every now and then it's okay, but I can't do it. Like if it's like soaked in butter, it gets all soggy. It's gross to me that way.
Yeah. When they go to the movie theaters and they're like, and it's just like oil.
Yeah. Leaking out the bottom of the toter bag, and
yeah.
That's gross.
So, Jimmy's in. Hello, Jimmy.
What's up, Jimmy?
Uncle B. So do you really get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to yard sales in Arizona? Is this the rumor true?
Sometimes, yeah. Typically, if I'm doing that, it's at like a community yard sale or something where I can hit a bunch of them early. I usually won't do that if there's only one or two that early, but if there's a bunch, I'll get up that early and go hit them.
So the community sales there, like in Washington, when I lived in Washington, they were so nice. They were like, this house, the next house, or they'd be like, one house, skip a house, next house. Here in Colorado, like you have to drive like half a block to get to the next yard sale for community sale. And I'm like, what is this? This is not a community sale. So are they like that?
Some of them here are really, really good. Like it'll be, there'll be a street of 20 houses and 10 of them have yard sales or something. So some of them are really good like that. But then there are some that are kind of like the ones you're describing where, you've got a house here and then you got to drive 3 blocks over to get to the next one. So just depends on the community and how good of a job they do advertising it. But a lot of the communities out here too will give you a map with, the locations that are participating. And so that makes it kind of nice because even if they are far away, you know exactly where they are. Yeah. And so that part's kind of nice. Yeah.
I've heard there's one like that kind of up north where some of our friends live, and I really want to go do that this year if they're going to do it and see, because they do give a map out and know where to go for the next one. But she was saying that they're like house after house, but I have not seen that since I moved here. I'm like, what is this community sale? This is not a community sale if I got to go block.
Yeah, the community sales here, like the good time to hit them happened right when COVID did, and so like all the community sales of this first quarter are gone. Like,
man,
no one's doing them in the heat out here now. So, but it's different here. Like, there's two kind of yard sale times, I guess. Like, if you want, like between like February and April here, they're really big, and then between like October and December here, they're really big. So there's two different times where tons of people are doing them, and so like a yard sale season, I guess, is what you would call it. But yeah.
So on the accounting side of things, do you take like a receipt book with you when you go to these yard sales and kind of note down like what you bought for like taxes, or what do you do with that?
I don't. Most of the things that I get at the yard sales are cheap enough. This is my daughter, Grace.
Hello, Grace.
Hi.
Oh, just come to say hi. Okay. But I don't take like a receipt book or anything like that. I mean, so because of my profession, I track everything down to the penny. So I track everything in Excel. So if I buy a bunch of stuff at yard sales, like a lot of times I'll take a pad of paper with me. If there's a lot of community yard sales, if I know I'm going to be hitting a bunch of them, and I will jot down what I purchased for how much, like while I'm out, so that when I get home, it's easier for me to track. But if I'm just hitting a few yard sales here and there, I mean, I can usually remember what I paid. But it's usually, I mean, what I've noticed going through IRS audits with clients and things like that, the more detail and the more organized your record keeping is, the less likely you are to have any issues with your expenses or things like that. So
yeah. They think 60 is cold, so no sales, right? I'm like, that's perfect temperature.
That's actually pretty close though. If it's 60 here, there's not a lot of yard sales. So
yeah.
Jimmy's pretty close there. Yeah.
I heard you saying on Jimmy and Frank's show that like you kind of have like two seasons, like where we only have like the spring and summer, and you've got like wintertime that they kind of do them or something like that, is what I believe I remember hearing. Yeah.
So like I was saying earlier, they'll do one like between March, like usually like February to April is kind of a yard sale season, and then they'll pick up again like late September, early October through like December. So there's two times of the year where there's a ton of sales. So yeah.
So do you think any of your kids will follow in your reselling steps?
I don't know. I try to keep them active. Like we have like that challenge 20 in 2020, where I have all my kids involved. We all took $20, went into a thrift store, bought stuff to sell, and I'm tracking it throughout the whole year. And Logan, he's my youngest son. He was actually doing really well, and then COVID hit. All the stores shut down, and they all kind of have lost interest. But I mean, Logan's profited almost $200 just from the items that he bought so far. So he's doing really well. And like they're at the point now where almost everything that they bought is gone.
Yeah.
And I keep trying to get them to come with me to the stores, and they're just like, So I don't know. I'm going to keep working on them this year and see. I think if any of my kids do, it will probably be Logan. But Noah's done a lot of the shoes and stuff with me too. So Noah's my oldest. He's 17. So he might do it too. I don't know.
Is there certain things that they like to pick up, or kind of they like a mix of everything?
Yeah, I mean, Logan is really kind of into the sporting goods and shoes. Noah is kind of more just shoes. I've kind of shifted my stuff where I focus more on shoes. But yeah, I mean, Logan, like we'll go into a thrift store and I'll go to the shoes, and Logan will beeline straight for the sporting goods. And so that's his thing. He really likes to find golf clubs, baseball bats, stuff like that. And he's starting to notice what will sell. And he picked out a ping putter. He got it for $5, I think, and sold it for 60. And so he's done really well. Like he found it all on his own and everything. So he's nice. 12, by the way. So yeah.
Jimmy, I'm working on her, but she's got some attitude. She's not very. Jimmy says, Miss Susie back there, she's always moving. He's getting nervous. Every video he sees of me, she's moving. So he's like, you got to teach her. She's moving around. Dan says he likes the shoe rack behind you there.
Yeah,
Looks like
these these are just the shoes that I have to clean and then list still. None of these are listed. These are all shoes I got like in the last week or so. But there's like right there, that's a pair of Jordans. I paid like 12 or 13 bucks for it, and comps are like 140.
Sweet.
So, yeah, I was pretty happy with those. And then I have, a bunch of other Nikes and stuff, but I've been so busy I haven't had a chance to clean them up and get them listed yet. And I have a ton of shoes anyways, and so I always have shoes to list, like pictures on my phone, and so I'm working on it.
Yeah. I seen the video of how you prepare your shoes, and I think that's really cool. I think a lot of people need to go over and watch that, because I never even thought about the sweater shaver.
Yeah.
I was like, check that out.
Those little things, like when you're looking at shoes, like if you notice, you see those in there, sometimes people are like, ooh, those have been worn a bunch. That's gross. And it takes, 2 seconds with the little sweater shaver, cleans them right up. And then they don't think that when they see your shoes. And so if they see 2 pair of shoes and one has it, one doesn't, which ones are they going to buy? So it's just those little things like that can give yourself a tiny little edge to try to get that sale.
Yeah. Cajun, I'm thinking about that because she's got some attitude. She's hard to deal with. So I think she's going on. And like Nikki said, I think she's going live with Jimmy. I bet Susie would sell for a lot. Yeah, if Jimmy's listening to her, she's haunted for sure. He said he's scared of her. Oh, boy. So how did you get into reselling? Like, what made you think about it?
It all kind of started like I was looking for something that I could do business related to just do on the side, and also something where I could kind of get my kids involved to earn some money too. So I thought about a bunch of different things. I actually started the vending first, thinking that's an easy way. Like you go place a machine or a box and then have the kids go check it once a month or whatever. And we still do that, but with COVID, like we lost some locations, and we're waiting for things kind of calm back down, and then we'll kind of get more into that. But just watching YouTube, I found a couple of resellers, Craigslist Hunter, Lonnie at Garage Flips, some of the bigger channels, John Cincinnati Picker. I saw some of those guys, and Pete. I saw a video where Pete had found these like old Ray-Ban sunglasses, like vintage ones, and he had sold them for this really high amount. And I was like, who would pay that much for sunglasses? Like Ray-Bans are nice, I get, but I'm like, who pays that much? So there's like a thrift store here that once a month they'll do like a big vendor parking area swap meet type thing. So all these vendors will come and they'll be out there, and you can walk around outside, and there's just a bunch of stuff. So I went to it just to kind of look. I wasn't reselling at the time. I was just looking, and I found a pair of those old Ray-Bans. I paid $5 for it. So I'm like, I'm going to get them because Pete said they'll sell. Yeah. So I brought them back, listed them. They sold within an hour for $95. And after that, I was kind of hooked. I mean, it was – sorry, my phone is ringing.
No, you're okay.
And so, yeah, it was – I mean, literally my first flip there was a big one for me. I made $90. And after that, I just was kind of hooked. I was like, all right, I'm going to do this. And
cool.
So, yeah, gone from there.
Cajun was asking if it's B and K vending.
It was, yeah. My name was BK Vending. BK was just for Badger Kids. Badger's my last name. And then I switched the name over to Phoenix Phlippers because we don't do so much on the vending side, especially with the videos and the flipping. We make so much more money that we've been focusing more on that. So we switched the name to Phoenix Phlippers.
Yeah. I was looking at your setup behind there, how you got your hanger hanging there. I think that's pretty cool. You got like a little table there, and what's your background? I got this tiny little workspace, so I got to make do with what I have. So yeah, on some of my pictures, like you can still see like the wall over here in them and stuff. So pretty unprofessional, but they work. So I was actually just reading on some of the Facebook groups that there's like some apps that you can like clear out all that, and it like does it. Yeah, I've tried a couple of them, and for the amount of time it takes compared to just leaving a little bit in, because when you leave a little bit of it in, it makes people think, oh, they're not a professional. It's just Joe Schmo. And some people like to buy from Joe Schmo. So
I'll actually leave them in there a lot of times, and I haven't had anyone say, "Ooh, your pictures are gross." So I just leave them like that, and
yeah,
I try my best to not have it in there. But if it gets in there a little bit, it gets in there a little bit. So.
Yeah, makes sense. So do you like take all your pictures from your phone then?
I do everything on my phone. Pictures, listing, when I'm comping stuff, obviously, I mean, all that stuff is from my phone.
Dan wants to know, is it dinner time? The kids are...
I think they had some friends over to go swimming, I think is why there were so many. I don't know, but yeah, they're going crazy back there.
Yeah, speaking of which, on the Get to Know Matt, he said that he's a swimmer and that he knows how to swim because he's had a pool since he was little, and they have a pool. So when I go to Arizona, I know where to go. Go over to Matt's house and get in the pool.
Yeah, especially if it's summertime. Just come jump in. So yeah.
Yeah, I love swimming. I'm like a little fish. My husband's probably a better fish than I am, but we love swimming.
Yeah, I mean, in Arizona, if you were to see an aerial view of my neighborhood, I would bet 8 out of 10 homes have a pool. So
yeah, it's like if you don't have air conditioning or a pool, we're not moving there.
Yeah.
I was laughing the other day because we just have like a window AC unit. We don't have central air at our house because, you know, in the wintertime it's cold, and then summertime is hot. And Dan's like, houses in Colorado have AC, and I'm like, no, they don't. And he's like, no, they do. And then your best you, I think is her name. I can't ever get it right. She has a storage unit, and she's like, I have air conditioning in there. And I was like, Dan, how does she have air conditioning and I don't?
Yeah, out here in Arizona, like they have some storage units that don't have air, but you can't put anything valuable in them because the heat will destroy it. So out here, you have to find one that has AC. Yeah.
And Panther Pack here was asking, do you do YouTube on your phone also?
I do. Yeah. Everything is on my phone. So yeah, right now anyways. I did buy a camera like to do better quality videos. But I haven't gotten to that point yet where I'm ready to use it. And I have a GoPro too. But it's like a GoPro 4. It's an older one. And I'm having issues with it linking to the app on my phone. So I probably need to upgrade that before yard sale season again so I can do some yard sale videos and stuff like that.
Yeah. So do you like Android or do you like iPhone?
Android. I have a Samsung.
Yeah.
But I mean, I love it. Everyone I know here locally that has had an iPhone has had some sort of an issue with it. And I know that's not universal, obviously.
Yeah.
But because of that, I've just stayed away from them. So
Dan asked, do you edit videos on your phone too?
I do edit videos on my phone. Yep.
There's some actually really good apps that you can edit videos on your phone.
Yeah, I mean, I don't do a whole lot. Mine are pretty basic. I don't do any fancy editing or I don't even add music. I just am trying to get the information across because I'm so busy anyways. I just try to get the information on the video and then get out.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's good though. You don't have all the extra apples are rotten in the heat. Yeah, they do get hot and then they shut down.
True. Yeah.
I've had that happen. I have an iPhone. My husband, he recently switched to Android. I don't know what he was thinking though.
There's goods and bads with everything. So
yeah, he seems to like it. So if you're up for it, we're gonna play The Cost is Correct.
Sure.
All right. And I added a couple pictures in there like I did with Jimmy and Frank. So we'll see if we can get it up here and running. Let me get Dan's little comment out of there. And I want the chat to play along too. Let's see if I can get this to work. And if we hear sound too, I don't know, since I have headphones in, if it will work. All right, so Matt Phoenix Phlippers, come on down. We got Matt here, and I just pictured Matt, since he's an accountant, over here with his book and his calculator.
I don't ever wear a tie, though. So.
Oh, man, I messed up. And we got people putting prices in already. I don't know what's going on there. I guess they seen before you did, Matt. So the first item up for bid here is a vintage oil or Shell Oil State of the Union bronze coin game.
36 tokens.
Yes, I don't know if you've ever heard about these or seen these.
I have not.
But the gas stations used to give out these little tokens, and people collect them. So I want the chat and everybody to guess what they think these tokens went up for bid for. What do you think your guess is?
If people collect them, I've got to think they're at least $1 a piece. There's 36 of them, maybe a little bit more. So I would probably say, I'll guess 45. I don't know.
All right.
I don't know anything about them, so I'm just throwing a random number out.
Yeah, I didn't know much about them either. I bought them with that storage locker I bought from that guy. Yeah. And so I found out about them through Facebook Marketplace, or not the Marketplace, the eBay Thrifters group. And they were like, oh, these are just some gas station coins. And I was like, oh, okay. Good news to know. So Nikki T says 25. Rev goes in with $19.99.
Did you already sell those?
I did.
If Nikki T bought them, that's not fair.
No, she didn't. She didn't buy these. 49 cents. I like that, Dan. 35, 76, 75. Oh, that guy threw in a number. 45. 39.99. Got 24. I don't know. I think you guys all need to go a little lower. Well, Dan's pretty low, so I don't know. So it sold for $9.50. So Nikki T came in with 12. I think she's seen that real quick and typed it in.
Rev came in with 10 after you put $9.50 up. So
yeah.
That doesn't count, Rev.
Yeah, exactly. So you're gonna play coin drop here because I figured, you know, since you're an accountant, you like them coins. So in order to get your coins, I need to know for this pool filter, is it the 2 that's correct or the 0? And I need the chat to give some answers in there too. You can even help out, Matt, if you guys want.
I am going to say the 2 is correct.
The 2 is correct? All right. Let's see what the chat says. 2 or a 0? So do you use these kind of filters for your pool, or do you have a pool maintenance person?
We have a pool maintenance person. I tried to do it for a while. It is way too much work for me. So I was like, nope, I'm just going to pay someone else.
Yes, it's a lot of work. We got 2s, a lot of 2s, a 0. We got Rev and Dan at 0. Hello, Sonny. Welcome in.
Hey, Sonny. What's up, man?
Choose a 2 or a 0, Sonny. We got 2, 2, 0. Nikki cheated. I'm not playing. If you have a pool, you're a baller in my world, right?
Not true, man. Everyone out here has a pool, so don't read into that at all.
We didn't tell you that it's a blow-up pool that he bought from the local Walmart. He had the kids out there blowing it up. All right, so it looks like the majority of the chat's going with 2. So let's see. Let me get this down here again. What it was here.
It's the 2.
Are you sure it's the 2? Or you think so?
I don't know.
Oh, boy. So it is.
Oh.
No, it's the 0. Sorry.
0.
Yep. So that's a wah on that one. Hey, the majority of the chat said that too. So
that's true. Rev was right. He did win that one.
Yeah, he did.
He said 0 long before you revealed it.
Yeah. So maybe he purchased that item. So on this one, this is a DC Comics superhero iron-on transfer book. It had all kinds of different superheroes. Lone Star Picker says, I got it. On this one, is it the 3 or the 4?
I'm going to say the 4.
You say the 4? Okay, let's see what the chat says. Dan, 2 for 2. I rock. Way to go. Oh man.
Brad said he typed 2 but meant 0. You win,
Yeah.
Brad.
Yeah. I seen it. He typed the right one.
I guessed with Rev, so I'm guessing I'm going to be right on this one.
Okay, so what is Rev saying on this one?
4.
The 4?
Almost everyone else is saying the 3, though.
Okay, are you going with the majority of the chat, or are you going with Rev?
No, I'll stick with Rev. We'll go 4.
Okay, Dan's got 3 in there. He said he's 2 for 2. I don't know. Are you sure you don't want to go with Dan?
Are you trying to throw me to throw me off?
I might be trying to throw you off. But hey, I probably don't even remember when I made this, if it was a 3 or 4. And I sold this, and I still don't know.
I'll stick with the 4.
Okay, so it is the wah, wah, wah. It was the 1.
The 1?
Oh,
it was
sorry. Not
3 or 4. It didn't even change.
It was the 3. Let me go to it here.
Dan, I need to phone a friend. You're right.
Oh, went too far. There we go.
Oh, there we are. No, that was the 4.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, it was 4. You had 34 up there, and it went for 14.
Oh, yeah, you're right. See,
I win. See?
Yeah. I don't even know what I'm doing. I got a low budget here. Nobody to help out. Just one man show here.
Thank you, Rev.
Good job, Rev.
My first W there.
Yes, got your first coin to do on the coin drop here. All right, on to the next one. You get a third chance here. Is it the 1 or the 9? Let's see what the chat says too. Maybe they can help out a little bit. The 1 or the 9? Panther Pack 19.
Yeah, he just you win.
Cajun says 3 1 3 1 4 2. Technical difficulties. Yes, right. Okay, Cajun's got a 4. Shasha's got a 1. Rev's going 1.
I think I was going to go 1 also, so I'll go 1.
Okay, 1. Nikki T's got a 9. And Nikki T and Rev, are you keeping track with each other? Because I know you guys are pretty competitive.
They're guessing opposites here.
Yeah, they're pretty competitive.
Sonny says the game is rigged.
It's rigged. Yes, Sonny. Rev says Team Matt. All right, so let's see if you get a coin for this one. And what one's the number you said again? 1. The 1? Are you sure?
Yep, that's what I'm going with.
So the last slide was a 19. Whoop. And it's a 6. So it was the 9. And the 1 was there.
Yep.
So is that 2 coins now? Is everybody keeping track?
That's 2.
2 coins. All right. So we're going to do the coin drop now because Matt's got 2 coins. Here goes a coin dropping in. 1,000. We want to get Matt to 1,000 subscribers. Let's go on to the next one. Woo! And let's get him up to 1,000 watch hours.
I'm not close to either one, so.
Oh, man. Well, let's do it. All right, so on to the next one. Oh, these people are guessing again here. How do they know what's up for bid now?
I know.
We're late on the show here. We got the Furby here. This is a spider's Furby. It's blue and black striped belly. What is your guys' guesses for how much this sold for?
Tested and works. I'm going to say...
Yes, Sonny, we will. Nikki T says 23. Furby. Nikki T loves Furby. 54, 26, 29.
I put mine in the chat.
All right, I see it there. 37, 70, 29, 27, 34.99, I do have a second master suite. Rev is more than welcome to. Oh, Rev's moving. He's got his master suite.
I don't know. Rev said 70, so if he's getting that for Furby, I need to reevaluate my pricing scale.
Right? Well, let me get Dan's. So, our sold price is $55. So who was our closest one here? Rev said 70. KJ Bonker said 54.
Yeah, 54.
Only $4 off that, or $1 off.
Yeah, that's
I don't
good.
know my numbers. I won though. Past tense, Rev. All right, so on to this one. We're going to play a thrift shop game. You're going to get 4 items, and I want you to put them in order. Which ones you think sold highest to lowest?
Okay.
First one we have up here, I don't know if you can see it very well. It's an operation game, but this is only for parts. So it was like the operation game board itself, there's a couple pieces and a couple cards, so it wasn't a whole complete game.
It had like a little tweezer thing, though?
Yep. And then there was a vintage no-dial crank dial desktop phone. That's a tongue twister there. And then we have the first run Dalmatian Furby and play tape. So they're a little bigger here so you can see. And I've got a number, operation being number 1, the phone being number 2, the Furby being number 3, and number 4. So which order do you think is highest to lowest?
Do I type it in the chat then?
Yeah, I like that.
All right.
Rotary dial, yeah. Can't resist him. Yeah, KJ was $1 off. That's pretty cool. Cat 60 Design said 1432. So they're saying the tape. Oh no, 1. Operation is 1, the highest. Then we have the tape. Then we have Furby. Then we have the dial.
We're guessing lowest to highest, right?
Yes.
All right.
No, highest to lowest.
Oh, highest is first?
Yep, highest is
All right.
first.
Mine is backward then.
Okay.
241 is what I'm saying.
So we got Nikki T with 3214. Dan typed him out. Man, he's good. Furby phone operation tape. Rev says 3214. Yours is backwards, so it's 3241.
Yeah, I put it in lower down there, yeah.
All right. 3214.
A lot of 3214.
Yeah. 2341. 2314. LOL 2431. No, mine's same as Nikki T again. 3214. 3241. I can't even say these numbers. I got it all backwards. Right? All right, let's see who the winner is on this one. We got Furby as number 1. He sold for $30 plus shipping. Phone was second at $25.40. Then we have the tape at $7.99, which I thought that was going to be a hot seller. And then the operation game only sold for $5, but shipping was $10 on that. I lost. Rev copied me. Me too. I don't know who won that one.
I think it was Cat 60. They had 2341.
Was that their first answer or their second answer they put in there?
Second.
3241. Oh, I can't even find it now. There's so many numbers in the chat. Everyone copies Zion Whisperer. Have you found any of those cards?
No.
Matt? Yeah, I can't find any. Well, Matt, we get to go. We get to go on to the spin now.
Oh, Rev says 3241 was right.
3241.
That's what I said.
Oh.
I don't know. I lost which one was which.
Yeah, wait. We got highest is 1, 2, 3. I don't know. 3, 2, 3241. 3241.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I better keep up with these games. All right, Matt, you're going on the spin here. Got a little beeping there for you. And then we got Matt with $1. And then I got Matt with no tie here because, you know, he's like game over, done. I want everybody that is in the chat, if you haven't gone over, I have Matt's link in the chat for YouTube. Anybody that's my moderators in the chat, if you could send that over, his link, that would be awesome. Because last I checked, it was 728. What do you mean you're not close to 1,000? You're closer than I am.
Well, I've also been on YouTube a lot longer than you have, so.
Hey, that doesn't mean anything.
I was like 15 higher than that, but I've taken a step back from YouTube. I haven't done a video in almost 2 weeks, and yeah, now I'm down to 728. So,
well, if everybody goes over and hits that bell, so you know when Matt brings out a video, click that subscribe. We would appreciate it.
Absolutely, thank you.
Yeah. So, let's get out of here so I don't have all these things popping up. There we go. So, what's your favorite place you would want to live, or are you going to always stay in Arizona?
I think I want to stay in Arizona, but I wouldn't mind like moving up to Flagstaff. It's cooler there. If they get some snow in the winter, which I'm not a huge fan of snow, which is why I live in Arizona, but it's also like more green up there. It's just prettier up in Flagstaff than it is where I live. Like where I'm kind of not in desert, but I mean, I can see cactus from my house, you know? So
yeah.
I really like Arizona though. I mean, my wife has a bunch of family up in northern Utah. This like small little town, like 2 hours north of Salt Lake. She would like to go there, which I could do that too. But I think until all of our kids have graduated, we're probably going to be here. So
yeah, looks like Tim went over and subbed you. So thank you, Tim.
Yeah, appreciate that, Tim.
And if you could travel anywhere, where would you want to travel?
I used to say Australia, but like, I mean, I still think Australia would be cool, but like, I don't know. I have this huge fear of like all the weird bugs and spiders and snakes and all that sort of crap that they have. But I would love to like just travel to England. I mean, really kind of anywhere in Europe, I think would be pretty cool. Like Switzerland, Germany, like there's so many cool places.
Yeah.
My dream vacation would probably be to travel Europe and hit several different countries and stuff like that.
Have you ever been on a cruise before?
I have. Yeah, my wife and I did a cruise for our honeymoon.
Cool. I haven't done that yet. I want to do that.
It was awesome. Like, if you want to be lazy, it's like the best vacation ever because you just sit around and do nothing.
Yeah.
If you want to just go up on the deck, you just chill on the deck. But like our room that we had, it was kind of down the hall, but we weren't like underwater or anything. But if you're walking down the hall toward like the exit, like it was weird because the boat will still rock. They have a bunch of stabilizers and stuff, so you don't feel it, but you could see like the water and then the sky, and it was just weird to see. Like it was cool. Like I would do it again.
Yeah. Nikki T says she's out with those 8-leg freaks.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Thanks, Tim, for coming in and joining us. You have a good night.
Yeah, Tim, have a good night.
Cajun says we need to go over to New Orleans.
New Orleans would be cool.
Yeah, I haven't been there.
I've been to Louisiana, but not New Orleans. So
yeah, I've never been to Louisiana or any of those southern states I want to go. My husband, he went to Tennessee, and I really want to go to Tennessee because he told me that it's beautiful there, and he wants to take me and show me what he's seen.
Yeah, I've done quite a bit of traveling. Like after high school and stuff, I worked for a moving company for a year, and we did move like all over the country. So I've been to a ton of different states and got to. I mean, it was more. I was there just for work, but our work was mainly driving to one location, and so I've seen a lot of the country, and yeah, there's a lot of cool places I'd love to go and like spend some time and do stuff as opposed to just driving through it. But
yeah. Cajun says he thought he was subbed and apparently not. I had this happen with me too. I was for sure I was subbed to somebody and then it was not subbed. And I was like, YouTube's messing with me. I know they are.
Yeah, I've had a couple like that too, where I was already subbed to someone. I know for a fact I was. And then I didn't watch a video for a while and went back and I was unsubbed. So yeah.
And Brad says that Cajun works for the tourism department.
Yeah, maybe.
Cajun wants to know which part of Louisiana did you go to?
So when I went to Louisiana, my sister actually lived there, and her husband was in the military. So I went to Fort Polk just to move her back to Arizona while he was deployed. So I went there twice. Once to move her back to Arizona while he was deployed, and then when he was coming home, I moved her back. So.
Oh. I want to ask the chat if they have any questions for Matt. Definitely put them in the chat. We'll try and get them answered. Matt's got some really great knowledge. Like I said, he's an accountant. He has his little side business with vending and all that kind of fun things. So definitely ask some questions if you have them. I invited a couple of people over that I knew had questions about accounting too, that maybe they would get in there and ask a couple of them.
Yeah.
My other question to you is, oh, I forgot it now. My mind went blank. I swear this camera comes on and I'm like, oh, here's my question. Nope. Or I
hear you.
I'm recording something. I can't say a word. Like, that's how Ranch got into Ranch. And so it's bad. But I seen Panther say that there was 24-hour buffets. Where is that at? I love buffets. Besides Vegas.
He might be talking about cruises, because on cruises, like, there's food 24/7. You can either order it to your room or there's like midnight buffets and like the key if you do a cruise is to take the stairs every single time, because if you take in the elevator, you're going to gain weight. If you take the stairs, you drive home.
Good tip. What type of vending, dumbbell or big machines? I think I know the answer to that, but I'll let him answer.
All the little machines. So it's just like gumballs, and then like we do like Skittles or M&Ms or stuff like that. We don't have any of the big ones that are like packs of candy or anything like that. So it's all just the little ones right now.
You need to get one of those claw machines too. Those are a lot of fun.
Yeah. I mean, you can get those pretty cheap. The big issue that we had was trying to find locations. There's new businesses all the time, but a lot of them out here either don't want anything not their brand in there, or they already have something in there, so they don't want a competitor in there or something like that. So, but yeah, I mean, the crane machines and the toy machines and all that sort of stuff. I mean, you can do a lot with vending. So.
Yeah, this is what sold me. I heard that you can get ice cream all day long. So I'll definitely be doing that soon.
And that's true. If you eat that all the time, you probably will gain weight no matter what, but taking the stairs helps. So
yes. Matt, what would you recommend for a new reseller? They were starting out and they said to you, what's your number one thing you recommend?
I would think good record keeping. And I know that seems weird because I'm an accountant, but if you have good record keeping, not only are you going to know exactly if you're making money or not, how much money you're making, if it's worth the time you're putting into it. And then, of course, for taxes and stuff, you're not going to have issues with the IRS if you have good record keeping. You probably want some sort of an inventory system as well. That's something I did not start out with. I just had totes and I was just chucking stuff in. And then when it sold, I'd go have to find it.
Yes, I did the same thing.
Inventory system from the beginning is a key thing too. You want to know where stuff is so that when it does sell, it's easy to just run, grab it, get it packaged up and out the door.
So Panther Pack said, yes, he was talking about the cruises with the 24-hour buffet. So there's option 2 has got me sold too. And then he wants to know how many items we have listed on eBay. I'll let you go first.
So right now, I think I'm at like 388. Before COVID, I was up over 400, and then I just got lazy with listing. That's my busiest time of year, but I got lazy with listing, and so I fell down like I don't know, like 330. I mean, I lost almost 100 listing, not lost. I mean, they sold, but I wasn't keeping it up. And so that's kind of part of the reason I've taken a step back from YouTube, is to get my eBay listings back up to where I think they should be, and get my systems back in order for listing. And so I don't have, like, 50 pairs of shoes waiting to be cleaned. I can get my system back up to date so that I'm not having this money sit there.
So what's your goal to have it like up to date, or what's your ideal spot?
So I think for how many items I have just sitting here, I should be probably around 450 right now. So I'm not quite there yet, but I'm like I said, I mean, I was down to like 330. I'm back up to like almost 390. So I'm getting there, but I'm also still selling, probably, I don't know, 12 to 15 things per week. Sometimes more. I mean, I had a pretty good weekend with Memorial Day. I think I had 13 items go out over the weekend, which is pretty good for me. And so, yeah, it's just I'm replenishing those that sold, as well as trying to, get those other ones listed. But a lot of what I'm doing right now is mainly shoes. Missing yard sales. Yard sale season is really where I like to pick up my hard goods and stuff like that. I don't like to get them a lot from thrift stores because they overpriced, in my opinion. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. I like those yard sales because not high price. Like, I was looking at hats the other day at the Goodwill, and they had them like $12, $14. I'm like, for this hat? Like, really? I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is a Walmart hat. Like, what are you charging $20 for?
Yeah, I kid you not. I've seen shoes at Goodwill, and they're asking $99 for them at Goodwill. It's insane.
Yeah, Cajun.
More even that shoes.
About the ranch, I'll get you when I do one of my premieres, because I don't pull up YouTube. I just stay in StreamYard, and you can't do moderators in StreamYard. And I am at 415. I've been trying to get 500 as my goal, but every time I list something, 2 things sell. So I'm trying to pedal forward and 2 steps back, pedal forward. So yeah, and I've been busy. And then Dan said that for their 1-year anniversary, they did a cruise from Alaska to Seattle. And I want to do this cruise too. I think that would be so cool. It's so beautiful. I've seen some of the pictures and area, and like Nikki said, it's beautiful.
Yeah, my mom cruised Alaska a few years ago. She loved it. I mean, I would love to do that. Like, our cruise was just in the Caribbean. I say just. I mean, it was still awesome, but I would love to do like Alaska, and then like I have tax clients that they're from England. And in England, they do like a lot of riverboat cruises. I would love to do some of those. Like, they were telling me about them. They sound pretty amazing too. So
yeah. And then Panther Pack says that he's at 650, but he said mostly a clothes that it had taken for a while. Yeah, like, that's pretty cool. I think I'm going to kind of get out of clothes because I'm no good in fashion.
When I first started, I didn't even start. I know most resellers start with clothing. I did not. I started straight with like hard goods and stuff like that. So I didn't do any clothing until, I don't know, like 6 months ago. My sales were good, but I was trying to just expand my knowledge into clothing and things like that. And I've done okay with clothing, but I don't actively look for clothing anymore at all. Like I did maybe for 3 months or 4 months, and I've done okay. And I still have plenty of clothing here, but unless it's something where I'm like a massive home run, I don't even look at clothing anymore. So
yeah. So I don't know if Frank's in the chat. I don't think I've seen him. Maybe I did. I can't remember. And if Jimmy's in here, did you sell any of your wrestlers?
Yeah, I've sold 2 so far. I'm in a profit already just from those 2. The biggest one was I think the Kyle Orton one. It was, I think I have it listed for like $44. It was a really high one. Yeah. And then I've sold several of the Lego minifigures already as well, and I'm already in the profit on those too. So
nice, awesome. Yeah, I seen those Lego figures, and you were asking everybody like what they were, which ones they were. I'm the same way. I'm like, I don't know what this is. Somebody help.
Yeah, my son Brock, like he knew most of them, but I was lost on the other ones. I didn't know. So
yeah. And Pack Panther, this is the best way to get any inventory, is to have family give it to you or friends. I had one of my friends, she was moving. She was like, here, let me just give you what I don't want that I was going to take to the Goodwill. I'm like, yes.
Yeah, my sister, like I do all my family's taxes for free. So I do my sister's, my oldest sister, and she every year she'll pay me something, even though I tell her, you don't have to pay me. So
Yeah.
this year, instead of paying me, she just gave me a bunch of stuff to sell. So she gave me like 2 PlayStation 1s, like 30 games, 2 Game Boy Advances, like some old, like vintage Cabbage Patch dolls, which I was like, what am I going to do with these? But I looked them up. They're selling pretty high.
Yeah.
She gave me all this stuff just to kind of, as my payment, but it's awesome. So I've already sold one of the games.
Cool.
She just gave it to me the other day, but yeah, I'm going to make a lot of money from that.
Cool. That's awesome. Yeah. I wouldn't mind that as a payment, especially since we're resellers, we can definitely turn around and sell it. Does your wife help with any of the reselling?
So she's not really into it. She hates all the mess everywhere. But she puts up with it because it's bringing in so much money. And she does she really, really helps me cleaning the shoes. There'll be nights when I'm in here packaging stuff. Like all my stuff is in the office, and then I have like a couple of these shoe racks in our bedroom closet, just full of shoes. And so, but there'll be times when I'm in here like packaging stuff out that's sold, and I can hear her in there cleaning shoes. Yeah, she's an angel. She does that stuff for me. I don't even have to ask her. And yeah, she does help out. She doesn't really help so much like with shipping stuff, or even going to good thrift stores or yard sales looking for stuff. But yeah, she does help in other ways. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you told me to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning for a yard sale. I'd say I'll meet you there in a couple hours. Let me sleep.
Yeah, no, she's not doing that. That's for sure. Yeah, I have to be really quiet on those mornings.
Yeah. Don't wake me up as you leave.
Yeah.
Find some good stuff to sell. I know Cajun was asking Panther what kind of store he has. I don't know if you're talking about like
clothing or.
Yeah. And then do you?
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Do you sell shoes?
I sell a little bit of shoes. Like I sold some Keens and sold some little Michael Kors shoes that were kid shoes, and then I also sold some Coach sandals to one of the people in the chat here. I don't know who that was.
Yeah.
But do you mostly sell on eBay, or do you mess with like Mercari or Poshmark or any of those other ones?
So my main source is eBay. That's where I sell most everything. With the shoes, though, I have started listing shoes on Poshmark, and then I do a little bit on Mercari. I've sold some on both Mercari and Poshmark, and then I also, like for my shoes anyways, I'll use like OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, like a lot of the local apps as well. I love the local sales when they go through. There's no fees or anything like that, and so you can make pretty good money. Like you can sell your shoes a little bit less there because you don't have to deal with the fees or shipping or anything like that. And so I kind of do all of it. My main focus though is eBay, but I do, like I said, Poshmark, Mercari, OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, Let Go. I haven't dabbled yet. There's like another one called like Nextdoor or Five Mile or something. I don't know, but I haven't really dabbled in those. I'm busy enough with the ones where I'm at. So
I don't know if you heard. I heard this from Victoria. I haven't heard it on Johnny's channel yet. Cajun Reseller. But he said that if you pay your eBay weekly instead of like your monthly, because I just seen this monthly or quarterly, that you get a discount for paying like weekly. Have you heard that?
I have not heard that. That would be pretty cool. So what I'll do is anytime it gets to where I owe eBay about $50, I'll just pay it. Sometimes it's 2 or 3 times a week. Sometimes it takes a week and a half, or something like that. So it just depends on how my sales are going. But I don't have like a set time. I pay it each, just whenever it gets right around $50, I'll just pay it and be done with it. So
yeah. I was surprised by that, and I want to find out more about that because that'd be cool if you can. Because I think they said like you can save like 10%. So I was like, I gotta go watch that video he was talking about. I guess he's been kind of doing a little bit of those videos to kind of help out with that part of reselling.
I want to watch that too, because if you have to have it set up to pay weekly and you save money, I'll do that. I don't care.
Right. I was like, that's really cool. And then I recently heard too, which I guess I just thought it rolled in with my fees or whatever, that when you send internationally, they don't take it out until the end of the month.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, the way I track everything, like I have all my fees already. I know what they all are long before I pay them and everything. So, I mean, I already know it's going to be there, but yeah.
Nice. Go, girl, go. I get like a 2-hour block when my son's sleeping, and I'm like, okay, take a bunch of pictures, get everything as I can, weigh out everything. I was trying to take 10 items and list 10 items a day, and I haven't been doing so good on that. I need to get back to that.
Goals are important. Like you bring up a good point. Goals are important, because if you don't have some sort of a goal for how many listings you want to do, or if it's a dollar amount you want to get listed, or whatever it is, you can easily go days without doing anything, and then you're like, oh crud, I haven't done anything in a week, and so goals are important, and you need to, in my opinion, you need to have them visible where they're in front of you, where you see them all the time, because if you don't, it's so easy to just be like, I'm good, I'm gonna go do whatever, and then next thing you know, it's been a week and you haven't listed anything, and you're like, why are my sales like garbage?
Yeah, exactly. Dan was saying that Johnny also explained how to find the coupon that they give you, and he said it's not obvious. I don't know.
It's not, but it's once you know how to find it, it's not that big of a deal, but it is good information to have.
I don't know if they're talking about like your coupon for shipping supplies or what, but once you find,
I'm assuming that's what it is, because on eBay, I mean, it's not like they broadcast it. You have to go to a certain spot to find it. So,
yeah, and it's like within like your subscription thing, like there's multiple windows to get through just to get there.
No, Johnny, that's a good thing to have. It's good information that all resellers that have a store need to know. Like the first quarter I had my store where I got that, I didn't know where to find it, so I didn't ever use it. So I lost out on it. But then I saw a video that had it, and I was like, oh. So, yeah.
I was going to tell Raina, I think I say it. I don't think I say her name right. She said on Landshark that nobody says it correctly with the rolling the R's. So I'm pretty sure I messed it up, but I messed up everybody's name. I only get Matt right because I have a brother-in-law Matt, and my brother is Matt, so we're good there.
Pretty easy, yeah. So,
my goal I set for myself about 2 months ago was at least sell one thing a day. So that's like sending out offers or whatever, and I was marking right on my calendar, right here next to my desk, every day how much I sold, and it was so cool to see when I'd sell like 2 or 3 things or 4 things or even 5 things. I'm like, oh man, I'm like overachieving my goal. And so, my next goal is to be, at least 5 things a day or something, go up from there. But I set myself very little goals, so I'm not disappointed, but it also gets me encouraged to list and sell and do everything I can.
That was kind of my goal when I first started, was to get to where I'm selling at least 1 item a day. Even now, there are still days when I have zeros, but then the next day I'll sell 5 or something like that. And so, average 1 a day was my original goal. Now my goal, I want to make sure I'm profiting at least $1,000 a month. Which, selling shoes, like I have a lot of, I don't want to, not lower end shoes, but when I sell them, I try to make them cheap enough that they're affordable. But I have so many shoes now. I'm kind of looking now for like the higher end shoes that are going to sell for 50 plus or 60 plus, something like that. And so far, in focusing on that, I've done really, really well. I think so far this, like the last 2 weeks of May so far, I think I sold like 14 or 15 pair of shoes. So that's pretty good.
Good. Cajun was asking us, do y'all sell to Alaska and Hawaii? I'll let you answer first.
Yeah, I sell anywhere that when I sell. So right now, when I sell globally, I'm only using the global shipping through eBay. I know a lot of people say, you can do the one through
Pirate Ship.
Yes, thank you. The one through pirate ship. I forget what it's called, export or whatever. I haven't done that yet. I've only been doing the global market through eBay, but I'll ship it anywhere they will. So
yeah, and I noticed that they recently changed it, and I was like looking, I'm like, it's almost cheaper to send it around the world than it is to send it to Texas or something. I'm like, that's not right. But you know, they've got something figured out. And I was going to tell Cajun that I do too. I sell globally anywhere that they ship. Also, I haven't used pirate ship either. But I found that regional A boxes, for me at least, have been really good to send to Alaska or Hawaii. If it fits in it, you know.
Regional B boxes are good too. Yeah, they're just on weight, but yeah, they're good.
Commonwealth, Kevin, I think it was on his, not his flipper, I think maybe it was his flipper. I can't remember. I watched the two of them and I get confused which one he's got a video on. But he just did a really cool one about all the different USPS boxes. So anybody that's not familiar with the USPS boxes, that's the video to go watch.
Yeah, for sure. And I know Josh Harry Tornado did a video about the regional A and regional B boxes and how to use them. It was a really good video as well.
Well, everyone, I'm not going to take up much more of Matt's time. I appreciate the time that he gave me. I know he's got family to get to. They're probably all still out playing in the pool. And
I don't care if I'm out there if they're in the pool. So
I got burned one time shipping mattress comforter to Alaska and yeah. Sometimes there's them bad people that buy, and it's no fun.
I made a mistake on one. I did like a Bose Wave radio, and I did free shipping on it. And of course, someone in Hawaii bought it, and yeah, it burned me that way. But I don't do free shipping anymore on almost anything. So
yeah, I agree with Nikki T. It's expensive to ship to Alaska. But I appreciate everybody that came in. You guys are all awesome. Appreciate the support and appreciate you guys going over and subscribing to Matt. Anybody that watches this in the future, go over and subscribe to Matt. He has some great information. And like I said, he knows the accountant side of things. So if you ever have any questions for him, you can get a hold of him either through his YouTube account or his Instagram account.
Yep. Yeah, it's just Instagram is just Phoenix Phlippers. You'll find me. And yeah, if you ever have questions, specifically in the accounting or anything like that, yeah, let me know, and I'm more than happy to help out where I can. So
I remember one of my questions. How did you come up with your name?
Phoenix Phlippers? So, I mean, I live in a suburb of Phoenix, so that's where Phoenix comes from. And then, you know, Flippers just reselling, and I decided to keep the PH, just kind of like a play on words. And so, yeah, that's all it was.
Nice. Yeah, I'm like, he spells it differently. I gotta catch up with this.
Yeah, that's the only reason why, was just to keep the PH so it matched Phoenix. So
yes, that's awesome. Well, thank you, and we'll talk to you guys all later. You guys have a good night, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you so much.
Bye.